Gentlemen, here we go. This is phase 13. So you're in your second year now. Well done for getting here. Not many people get here, so give yourself a big pat on the shoulder. Here is the program for the next month. Right, I'll just explain. I'm going to go through it. So it's all about strength. This is the foundation now, all about strength. These are really important. So for the next 4 weeks, this is not a rehab program. It's not a conditioning program. It's not a bodybuilding program. It's all about the following. We're going to rebuild structural strength. We're going to improve joint tolerance, reinforce movement confidence, and prepare connective tissue for heavier phases in the future. So every major movement pattern is trained all over body. No metabolic fatigue is going to be introduced in this one. So there is no circuits in this particular workout. And the tempo replaces the load for stimulus, meaning the speed at which you do each repetition, which I'll go into very shortly. Training frequency, just 3 days for the week. Now I've got it down Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. You can do any day you like, but ideally try to spread it. Have 1 day in between rest. All right. So Monday, we're going to go for lower body and a push bias. You'll see what I'm on about in a second. Wednesday, upper body strength. Chest, shoulders and arms. Friday is a full body integration, so at moderate load. So this ensures that the legs recover, because the best way to burn fat and build muscle is to train the legs. So we want to make sure that they recover. Upper body gets real attention and the nervous system is not overloaded. Now, this is really important. What I'm going to do, just to remind you as well, this is the tempo and intensity models, and they'll apply each week as you progress. And you won't need to remember this because I'm going to send you a very short video at the beginning of each week of what your tempo should be. In other words, what your reps, the speed at which you do the reps should be. So in the first week, now you're going to see me doing the exercises, and unfortunately I was counting my reps, but to a certain extent, just count your own reps using this tempo. So for example, say for example, it was a push-up. We'll use push-up as an example. So this 2-1-1 means 2 seconds descending down, hold for 1, back up in 1. So 2 seconds on the descent down, hold for 1, back up in 1. The following week, you'll descend in 3 seconds, hold for 1, back up in 1. Week 3, 4 seconds on the way down. So you're getting stronger. 1 second on the hold, 1 second back up. And then on the 4th week, this AMRAP, as many reps as possible in a sort of a normal pace. And it will probably be this 2 seconds down, 1 second up. All right. Now it says 1 set, 1 top set only. It depends how you feel. I mean, ideally, I would like you to go all out on each set, but see how you feel. You might leave it until the last 2 sets. Okay, rest, non-negotiable. So the primary lifts you'll see on each section will be 90 to 120 seconds. The secondary lift, again, you'll see it underneath the amount of rest you'll have. And then what I call the accessories, the smaller muscles. These rest periods are what separates strength training from conditioning. So this is really important, that you're probably going to be itching to go, oh no, I'm ready. I want to get straight back into this. No, this is strength. It's not like your metabolic. It's not like your circuit training where you went from one exercise to the other with virtually no rest. I really want you to stick to these rest periods. Well, maybe 90 seconds, maybe not as much as 120. You'll hear me say in the videos anyway. So you'll start off with a warm-up, always the warm-up. You'll see the exercises here. I won't go into them, but they're all in video format. All right. Then workout A on the Monday, you're going to go lower body strength and push. Where I've marked it in red here, hold on a second, dog's barking. Right, where I've marked it in red here, you will do the let me just remind myself, the tempo. All right. So whatever the tempo is that week, and I'll remind you. So goblet squats, 2 seconds down, hold for 1 second, 1 second up, and so on as the weeks go by. You're going to do 8 reps, and you'd probably take 90 seconds rest. Just follow me. I've already done it. You're going to do the same with dumbbell floor press. 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps. I did 10 reps. You rest for 90 seconds. Bit of extra information there. And then on the second lot of exercises, what's called posterior chain, the rear of the body and upper back, you'll be doing the dumbbell Romanian deadlift, 3 sets of 8 reps, 90 seconds rest. You've done all these before. Bent over rows with dumbbells, 75 seconds rest. Right, arms and shoulders, normal tempo. Just follow me on the videos on that. And then you're going to do the last one, dumbbell side lateral raises. The Wednesday workout is going to be upper body strength. So shoulder, chest, shoulders and arms. You're going to do dumbbell bench press, 4 sets, 90 to 120, well, it's 90 seconds rest. Single arm dumbbell rows, bench support, you'll put your hand down on the bench, just simply watch the videos. 75 to 90 seconds rest. And then the next lot of exercises, seated dumbbell shoulder press. In the seated dumbbell shoulder press, sorry, excuse the dogs barking in the background. Again, you'll go by the tempo that I mentioned during the week. Same with lat pull downs. Arms and scapular health I've got here, normal pace. Just follow me on the videos. And then Friday workout, it's a full body, moderate load. You will do dumbbell front squats in the tempo of that week. As I said, there'll be a video at the beginning of the week. I'll explain what tempo it should be. By the way, I'll mention this at the end. Same with the push-ups, standard or incline. Hinge and pull, so you're going to do a kettlebell or dumbbell deadlift. And then renegade rows, which you've done before. And then we're going to do some ab work at the end. Then there's going to be a cool down. You'll just follow the videos, hip mobility, thoracic opener, and diaphragm breathing. And then some just general information. So this is a week by week summary giving you the big picture. So learn the positions, the moderate loads, increase that eccentric control. So as the weeks go by, you're going to go slower on the eccentric, the one where you're going down. So like I mentioned with the push-up, slower on that way down to the push-up. Week 3, peak time under tension. And then on week 4, as many reps as possible where you feel you can do it. All right. Now, when you look at the videos, you're going to see the main video itself, which will be the whole workout. But underneath that, as you've done with previous workouts, you will see the video of the individual exercise. It's in there that you will record your weights and your reps. So you simply watch the video above it because that's got the general, but you want to be recording those weights with the weights and the reps in there. So when it comes to the following week, you ask yourself the question, what weights did I do? It'll all be in there saved. So you want to try and beat that weight. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit slower tempo, but the number one thing is form is absolute key. All right, that's it, gents. Don't hesitate to come back to me if you've got any questions. Oh, one final thing as well. This particular print off will be at the top of your workout, at the top of the schedule. You can print this off if you like. That's it. Keep pumping.